Hello everyone, I'm Tirza, we have Deanna and David. We're Florida Violins and we wanted to address you today. Everyone around the whole country has been witnessing what's happened with our latest hurricane Helene and the recovery that's going on that will be a very long time here on out. And in our case, we deal with musical instruments. And just this week, we started having people call us about their instruments. And when you have a hurricane or a tropical storm, there are many forms of losses that people are going through. Not only their personal belongings or even their structure of their house that they lived in or their lives. We've also had calls about their instruments, and that's what we're going to address today. And I'll let David and Deanna start and take it from here.
Well, particularly this week, yesterday, we had a call from Bill, and he's in the panhandle, but where the Big Bend is, which was a direct hit of the storm. And it was very sad to hear him on the phone saying, "Can you help me with my violin?" Is one of the first things that he said. And he said, "I live just not far of Tallahassee. I'm 95 miles away from you." And then he started to explain that the water inundated his house, but it did not put his instrument underwater. And so what we do, we've seen this unfortunately with fires, that instruments get exposed to high humidity. And of course, many hurricanes in Florida, we've had also clients that have experienced that. So part of the sequence of events to recover an instrument is not to do anything right away. And I know it seems strange, but the wood is going to swell, is going to absorb a lot of humidity and a lot of salt in the air and mold and all kinds of different things. So I just advise him to leave the instrument alone, but follow the following steps. Number one, get rid of the case. The case is going to develop mold. And then that's inevitable. The case is made out of fabric, wood, and other materials that will absorb that humidity, and it will not release it soon enough to be able to not develop what's in the air already, which is mold. And so throw that out. The next step is get a box that's big enough for the instrument, fill it with rice, if you have any available. Of course, a lot of these people are being fed because they can't even go to the grocery store. But if they find anything that they can salvage, and he seemed to be able to find some rice, to get some rice, fill it at the bottom, and then pick up the instrument and put it in there. The instrument is going to go through some steps. Number one, the glue that we use is high glue, which is protein based, and it's animal fat, really. So what the animal fat is going to do is going to start sliding, and it's going to start releasing that way. So the top is going to start lining, the neck is going to release, the fingerboard is going to release, the pegs are going to get really tight. So take the instrument tension off, number one.
And that's very important,
It's
right?
very important, so the instrument doesn't bend. So you'll take the peg tension down, take the bridge down, take the tailpiece out, and drop the
chin
sound post
rest off because it's pinching.
Yeah, anything that has tension on the instrument, we're going to take away from the instrument. And
And take the sound post down as well.
Take the sound post down, yeah. And for some people who may not know how to do that, you can actually pick up the instrument when it has no tension and you squeeze it. And once you squeeze it, it makes the top come up, and then you're gonna twist it, and there it goes. And that's how you release if it doesn't release right away, it's because there's a lot of humidity inside, and that's okay. Wait till the next day, let the rice do its job, and then you'll try to do it again until it releases, because what we don't want are cracks.
Mm-hmm.
So let the glue do what it's designed to do for the past 5,000 years that we've been using it, which is let it slide, let it open up so that we can rebuild the instrument later on. if someone sends me the instrument that has been in a flood situation or a fire, I will not do anything to that instrument for 3 months. I will actually acclimate the instrument to my environment first, let it do what it's going to do, and I'll keep measuring the different parts of the instrument to make sure that the humidity in the instrument, the moisture in the wood, is even all the way through. Once that happens, then I can start completely taking it apart. So the important thing about getting the instrument to acclimate, put it in the rise, is to let it release moisture on its own. And then once it's releasing moisture, then I said in a couple of months from now, then you can ship it to me, and then I can assess it and give you an estimate of what it would take to rebuild the instrument. But what we're trying to prevent are cracks. And if they are cracks and they have been repaired, all those cleats, they are going to open up. So there's no way around it. It's just that high humidity content is going to happen.
So many musicians, this is your tool to work and your income. And in this particular case of an instrument, it is a professional's tool. It was not exposed to this hurricane. It was exposed to different circumstances without power. But we do want to make sure that we address the instruments and how you try your best to bring them back to their previous professional playing standards.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like the phone's ringing.
So with this whole storm, we just want to say that we're here for you and for your instruments, and we just wanted to give you a few little tips on what you can do after it's been exposed to this crazy weather. And we know that your instruments are, the wood is still alive, so it's going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and we just wanted to help you try to figure out what you're supposed to do in that situation. And just anything you need, call us and let us know, and we're here for you and your musical needs.